I think he can win.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to win, but I think he can win.
So
but he's going to have to box a brilliant fight.
Mayweather was definitely better. He was better when he fought because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas
and Floyd Mayweather understands that. Guess what? Styles make fights. He understands styles make fights, and he understands the greatness of Terence Crawford.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on who might win in a fantasy fight between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. He described Mayweather as one of the greatest boxers to ever step into the ring, recalling how dominant Floyd was during his peak years. Rogan noted that many fans tend to forget just how much Mayweather achieved against world-class opponents. When comparing him to Crawford, Rogan admitted it would be an extremely close contest, but stressed that Mayweather's defensive brilliance and unmatched ring intelligence made him nearly unbeatable, even against someone as skilled as Crawford.
Floyd was in his prime. That would have been fucking incredible to see which style's superior.
Yeah.
Because Floyd would move towards you like this. He would just get right up on you. It would just show you how good Floyd really is.
Yeah.
Because the fact that he's won decisions by, playing it safe, people that just don't get excited about him and they recognize him with the all-time greats. He's the best.
Experts praise Floyd Mayweather's legendary status, calling him a guaranteed Hall of Famer with a career unlike any other. At the same time, they acknowledge Terence Crawford's brilliance, pointing out that he is widely regarded as the pound-for-pound best fighter today. Both men convincingly defeated Canelo Alvarez during their careers, though in very different ways. The analysts emphasize that this comparison is nearly impossible, as Mayweather and Crawford each dominated in unique eras. Choosing a clear winner between them feels unrealistic, since both stand as true symbols of boxing greatness.
Crawford won, in my opinion, 10 rounds to 2. If you want to be, generous, 9 rounds to 3. But he clearly won the fight against Canelo Alvarez. Clearly. And Floyd Mayweather understands that, guess what? Styles make fights. He understands styles make fights. And he understands the greatness of Terence Crawford. And he stated on numerous occasions that, guess what? Terence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. And he believed it. He put his money where his mouth is. And it held to be true, period. So, again, and I hate to do this and I hate to keep saying this, right? But people try their best to try to pit Terence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather, right? Who's better? Who beat Canelo Alvarez better? Who did it better? So on and so forth, right? The fact remains is this. They both outclassed him. They both won in dominant fashion. And styles make fights, right? And the style that Terence Crawford presents, the style Floyd Mayweather presents, now they do it different, is too much for Canelo Alvarez, period. Point blank and period.
Promoter Bob Arum also weighed in on the dream matchup between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. In his view, Crawford would still come out victorious even if they fought during Floyd's prime. Arum argued that Crawford possesses a rare combination of adaptability, quickness, and intelligence inside the ring. These traits, he said, make him one of the most complete fighters in modern times. Arum explained that Crawford's ability to change strategies and adjust instantly would likely give him the upper hand even against a defensive genius like Mayweather.
What's up, fight fans? Prime for prime. Who wins a fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Bud Crawford? Bob Arum says Bud. Do you agree?
For prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why? Just
because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very unique talent.
Trainer Greg Hackett gave his thoughts on why Canelo Alvarez himself admitted that Crawford's win over him was more meaningful than Mayweather's. Hackett explained that when Mayweather fought Canelo, the young Mexican star was still developing and lacked experience at the highest level. On the other hand, when Crawford faced Canelo, he was already a seasoned champion with years of top-level experience. For this reason, Hackett agreed with Canelo's opinion that Crawford's victory carried greater weight, since it came against a stronger and more established version of Alvarez.
Is way better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. What's your thoughts on his statement, and do you agree with the sentiment?
Him saying that, I can't say he's capping. I can't, because I don't know what he felt. But when I heard that, what I think is, when Floyd beat me, I was 23, I wasn't polished. When Bud beat me, I was the man. I was the man. And he beat me fair and square. He beat me at my game, and he beat me at his game. That's why Canelo said it. Do I believe that? It's tough to believe. We're not gonna ever see Bud versus Floyd. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I would love to see that fight, but I know we're not gonna see it. But I can only take Canelo's word because he's the man that's been in the ring with both of them. But I understand why he said it. I was a kid when I fought Floyd. He wasn't a kid literally, but he was young. He was young. There was a lot he didn't know. There was a lot he didn't understand about boxing that he later on learned and got better. But Bud beat the better version of me, even though it's the ran down version. I'm saying that because it is some wear and tear there with Canelo. I've been saying it the whole time. When a guy got almost 70 fights in current time, with all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's some wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying it. I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his repertoire for this fight.
Commentators Simon Jordan, Adam Smith, and Duke McKenzie recalled the atmosphere leading up to Floyd Mayweather's showdown with Canelo Alvarez. At that time, Canelo was undefeated, bigger, and physically stronger, while Mayweather was already 36 years old. Many experts predicted that Floyd had finally taken on more than he could handle, believing Canelo's youth and power would overwhelm him. Yet the fight told a completely different story, with Mayweather neutralizing Canelo's offense and putting on a technical masterclass that erased all doubts and reminded everyone of his greatness.
Terence Crawford, they were all the question marks. Could he do that? Could he cope with the power of Canelo Alvarez, who's adapted now and had to adjust in his career? He now throws single shots. And that's why it was the calculated gamble. Well, it wasn't really a gamble because me and Simon called it from the beginning. That we go, Mayweather ticks every department. You go, the only thing that people are hedging their bets on is that Canelo's the bigger guy, but he wasn't really anyway.
No.
You can see, because Crawford come down from 185 anyway, you can see the physicality's in there. He was all the size of Canelo.
As we'd said long before this fight, I just think styles make fights. In Canelo's style, this style of Canelo was suited for Crawford. He can't throw combinations anymore. There's no more head movement from Canelo. Yeah. He tries to walk people down and hit you all over the body and all over the head if he can, but he can't put his combination. He can't sustain the combinations. And what really impressed me about Crawford was the fact that it was a question of like, he didn't want to trade off early with Canelo. He traded late with Canelo because he couldn't take his power early. So in the early rounds, it was just pity-patting and just tapping him, kept spinning him, kept turning him and driving him mad. And then in the later rounds, as Canelo started to fade, from round 7, round 8, as the pace got a little bit slower, then Crawford's confidence, he was confident enough within himself to stand and trade with him. And even when he got on his side, he was hitting him with like 3s and 4s, hard shots, constant shots. He just kept spinning him, kept turning him, and Canelo didn't really know where he was. And another great thing about Crawford, stayed southpaw throughout the whole fight. And Canelo admitted after that he couldn't handle a southpaw.
Couldn't work it out
whatsoever.
Adam, we had Paulie Malignaggi on the show the other day with myself and Jim, and I want you to have a listen to what he'd say and see what you think of it.
I think Canelo has been, for a while, a diminishing.
Shane Mosley, a former champion who had fought both Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, offered a perspective only he could provide based on his firsthand experience. Mosley described how Mayweather's style completely separated him from Canelo. He emphasized Floyd's timing, ability to read opponents, and control of the ring as unmatched qualities. Even when pressured by physically stronger fighters, Mayweather found ways to shut down their attacks with precision. Mosley admitted Canelo was a powerful and skilled fighter, but insisted that Floyd's intelligence and adaptability made him the superior. and more complete boxer.
He did everything, man. He's the man.
Absolutely. You fought both Canelo and Mayweather. I was surprised to hear Canelo say that straight after the fight. I mean, credit to him, he's been really humble in defeat. You fought them both. Who did you think was better, Canelo or Mayweather? I know that's Canelo was saying it was Crawford better than Mayweather, but who did you think was better out of Canelo and Mayweather?
Mayweather's definitely better. He was better when they fought because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas Canelo had more power and placed the shots probably better. No, he didn't place the shots better. He was just younger and placed the shots really good. Like Canelo was really good at 21 years old. Like I was impressed. I was very impressed with Canelo at 21. But Mayweather was still technically more sound. Go ahead.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You cannot.
Some commentators highlighted the idea of a generational passing of the torch in boxing. While Floyd Mayweather is respected as one of the all-time greats, they argue that Crawford would have the edge if the two fought today. The explanation centered around timing. Mayweather had already dominated his era, while Crawford is now leading the current one. Every legendary fighter has his own time, and in this generation, Crawford is viewed as the dominant force carrying the mantle of boxing greatness into the present day.
You know, he's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Absolutely, and I noticed when I asked you, there was a slight pause. It's a real conversation now to be had. Crawford, up there with the likes of Mayweather. He's really etched himself into the Mount Rushmore conversations.
Oh yeah, he's definitely one of the.
Joe Rogan also praised Floyd Mayweather not just for his boxing skills, but for his discipline outside the sport. He pointed out how Floyd managed to stay at the top despite incredible fame, wealth, and a party lifestyle that could have ruined many athletes. Unlike others who lost focus, Mayweather remained consistent and never allowed distractions to affect his career. Rogan admitted that if Crawford had faced Floyd at his absolute best, the fight would be the ultimate test of Crawford's greatness, showing just how high Mayweather raised the standard in boxing.
The idea of pulling up at a yacht is the end. It's the opposite of what everybody tells you about fighting. The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up.
He does.
The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
But through that balling night, I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking.
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always trained.
Trainer Abel Sanchez gave his opinion on Crawford's current standing in the sport. He explained that Crawford has become a global superstar not only because of his victories, but also due to the level of competition he has beaten and the dominant way in which he has done it. Sanchez added that Crawford's recognition as one of boxing's elite is fully deserved, cementing his reputation as one of the greatest fighters of the modern era, and a man whose achievements continue to grow with every fight.
I thought Terence fought a virtuoso fight. Terence never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a superstar, man.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, the longtime trainer of Terence Crawford, spoke confidently about his fighter's position in the sport. Following Crawford's latest victory, Bomac declared that there should no longer be any debate over who rules boxing today. He called Crawford the best fighter of this era, pointing to his technical excellence, dominance across multiple weight classes, and his ability to consistently rise to every challenge. For Bomac, Crawford has already proven himself as the face of modern boxing and a clear standard bearer for his generation.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been his trainer before, so.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do whatever he had this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't care. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
Rob Aosta reacted strongly after witnessing Crawford's latest performance, saying he would never doubt him again. Aosta explained that Crawford has a way of silencing critics every time he enters the ring. Whenever analysts expect him to face difficulties, he instead delivers flawless performances. Aosta noted that this consistent excellence has earned Crawford universal respect within the boxing world. His ability to prove doubters wrong again and again has solidified him as one of the most reliable and unstoppable fighters in the sport today.
I stood on it, and I'm not going to change what I said in the past or anything. I didn't think he could pull it off. He did. And not only did he pull it off, he did it. He was phenomenal. Like, he did it. He did everything right. Like, it's like he fought a perfect fight. He banged with him when he needed to. He boxed him when he needed to. He established the jab. He kept the southpaw. He kept him frustrated. I got nothing, bro. I tell you what, I would never go against that man again. I ain't doing that shit. That shit was crazy. But I do want to give a credit to those that deserve it. Like, Terence deserves full credit for his abilities, for his IQ, Bomac for his coaching. And, you know, Bomac told him to stay southpaw. He wanted to come out orthodox. Bomac told him to stay southpaw because of what Canelo was.
Terence Crawford himself has addressed the idea of fighting Floyd Mayweather in his prime. Crawford confidently stated that if such a matchup ever took place, he would win. His remark reflects the strong belief he has in his own abilities, as well as the determination that has driven his success. Fans continue to debate who would emerge victorious, but Crawford's self-assurance shows the pride he takes in his craft.
So if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit, okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm gonna always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
Andre Ward, a former champion and close friend of Terence Crawford, offered a thoughtful perspective on his career, rather than pushing Crawford toward more fights or hypothetical matchups. Ward suggested that now may be the perfect moment to step away. He explained that Crawford has already proven everything he has climbed through divisions, defeated elite opponents, and delivered unforgettable performances. Ward warned that many fighters stayed along, chasing paydays and risking their legacies. For him, the smartest way to protect Crawford's legacy is to retire at the top, leaving the sport undefeated in reputation and unmatched in respect.
Personally, I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, Roy.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Without a
It's
question.
the perfect send-off.